Hello, I'm Liz Duplessis, the Instructional Designer in Distance Education at SRJC. In this video, I'll show you unit and lesson planning tools for designing a course for online delivery. I'll show you how to import course templates into your Canvas courses, and I'll share a checklist of effective practices for design and implementation of online courses based on nationally recognized standards. Let's get started. The tools I'll show you in this video are available at de.santarosa.edu on the Best Practices page. You can download the files and use them for both online and face-to-face classes. I created this unit planning table based on the Understanding by Design framework, a research-based approach that uses backward design principles to plan course activities and content around desired performance results. The second page of the document includes definitions and planning guidance, and the third page includes an example unit plan for a child development class. Unit planning is meant to give you a big picture of the entire course and help you sequence core activities, major topics, and assessments. Focusing on the big picture before diving into the details of weekly lesson planning can keep you from feeling overwhelmed by designing an online course for the first time. First, define units of study for your course based on the course outline of record. Go to curriculum.santarosa.edu, click Courses and Course Outline to search for your course using the course prefix and number, such as CHLD 10. Select the most recent version at the bottom of the results. Once you find your course outline, scroll down to the Student Learning Outcomes and Objectives, which describe what students should be able to do by the end of the course. Topics and scope specify required subject matter. Assignments and methods of evaluation describe activities and assessments. Note that any items in these shaded cells are required methods of evaluation for the course. To define units of study, consider how the attainment of knowledge and skills in the course outline should be broken down and sequenced in the course, so that students can gradually advance to the desired outcomes by the end of the semester. For instance, the first unit of study in this child development class is an introduction to milestones, influences, and methods in child development. Next, define learning goals for the unit, which are the desired results that students should achieve by the end of the unit. Refer to the course outline to identify what students should know, understand, and be able to do. Look closely at the action verbs for the outcomes and objectives, which reflect specific levels of cognitive complexity. In the first unit of the course, start with lower-level cognitive tasks and gradually increase the complexity with each unit. For instance, a final term project to apply developmental theory to analyze child observations, surveys, or interviews with children and parents needs to be broken down into incremental steps. For the first unit of the course, students will conduct and summarize a practice interview as a first step toward the final project. Next, identify assessment types to support unit goals. Rather than planning assessments near the conclusion of a unit, consider up front how you will determine that students are achieving unit goals. How will you know? What will you accept as evidence of student understanding and proficiency? Evidence may well include exams, skill demonstrations, written reports, projects, dialogues, and students' self-assessments. Next, choose core instructional and learning activities that directly support the goals and assessments. At the unit level, focus only on core activities. You can always fill in gaps later. Core activities may include routines, such as weekly discussions. Give students multiple opportunities to practice, reflect, and receive feedback on skills they need for an exam. For instance, if writing is part of an exam, be sure to have students submit written homework and receive your feedback and coaching well in advance of the exam. Also consider what you as the instructor need to explain or model for students, such as how to conduct a practice interview. Finally, think about what types of materials and resources are best suited to support unit goals. Pay attention to the knowledge types, such as factual, conceptual, procedural, and metacognitive knowledge that students will need in order to achieve desired results. Also provide examples of good work as models for students to follow. Once you have your units outlined, it's time to plan individual lessons and instructional strategies. I created this lesson planning table based on strategies from the book Online Learning: Concepts, Strategies, and Application. I summarized the strategies on the second page of the document. On the third page is an example lesson plan. The lesson topic, goals, activities, and assessments are based on the unit plan I showed you. What's new are the instructional strategies for the activities. Instructional strategies are what instructors do to implement and facilitate student learning, the plans and techniques that the instructor uses to engage and support learners. In each of your lessons, try to use a variety of strategies to include both instructor-initiated support and student-centered activities. In this plan, the instructor will provide scaffolding by posting a filtered reading list, create a video modeling and explaining how to identify influences on child development, and coach students by responding to their posts in the online discussion. For activities to be delivered online, note the digital tools you plan to use. If you need help selecting tools, attend our distance education workshops. The assessment types are based on the unit plan to help remind you of the knowledge and skills that students will need to be successful when it's time for the assessment. Once you have your units and lessons planned, it's time to develop your course in Canvas. If you're starting from scratch, you may find our course templates useful to get started. They provide a basic structure for your course that you can edit to your liking. I have shared our templates in Canvas Commons for you to import into your courses. Log into Canvas, click on the blue Commons button, and use the search terms SRJC Quick Start to see the 10 templates available. Click on the resource of your choice to see more details about it and to import it. The full course template is number 2. To preview it, copy and paste the URL provided into a new browser tab or window. To import it into your course, search or browse for the Canvas course shell where you would like to import the template. Select the course, click on the green Import into Canvas button. The resource will import into your course. I'd like to share one more resource with you that's available on our Best Practices webpage. Click on the Self-Assessment Checklist for Online Courses, which is based on the Online Education Initiative's Course Design rubric. These best practices are based on nationally recognized standards for online courses that support student success and retention, and on accreditation guidelines. It's also designed with Canvas users in mind. For more help with course design, go to de.santarosa.edu and click on the Distance Education Calendar to sign up for our pedagogy trainings or for a one-on-one instructional design consultation with me. Thanks for watching.